Welcome guys, so in today's video we are going to see how a man actually sent his wife to jail, and let's see if he was right to do so.
Broken windows, sour cream, and strippers had this couple on the verge of breaking up. And they brought all of those problems right here to divorce court.
Oh my god. This is going to be fun.
Divorce court is now in session.
Well, I'm back. You people wore me out. You calling her a sad, tired stripper?
This is a part 2 actually.
You jumping on folks because they're frying chicken and then the police come and you tell them they're not doing their job. They got surprised when you went to jail. I'm going to start over again. Mr. Lewis, does she have explosions of temper like that often? And if so, could you give me some examples of when she has, in fact, flown off the handle?
Well, it's mainly when she start hearing things she don't want to hear. Like far as like I say, I feel that if the clothes been sitting there for 2 weeks and I ask you to wash them, it shouldn't be a problem.
We've been talking about clothes for 2 days now. I do not. Don't mention the clothes again.
Okay, too many clothes on.
I'm just making an example. Far as I don't feel like she motivated until it affects her. If I say something that she cool with, then we the best of friends. But if I say something that she's done not in agreement with, then that's when everything just goes.
Give me an example when she just goes crazy, like the chicken.
When she just goes crazy like the chicken, usually, like the situation fires with the chicken, she just went off the deep end that time. Again, she's got times where she came over to my home when we was going through our spats. She bust my front patio window out. She claimed it was an accident, but it ain't no accident busting out no whole front patio window. So
how
did you manage to bust the window?
You know how instead of you banging on the door with your hand, I was kicking it with my foot, like open up.
That's
the door.
intentional,
I kept
though.
kicking it, and I kicked too hard, and I broke it. I didn't try to.
Now you weren't rational when you were kicking that thing, were you?
Yeah.
No, so I was
mad.
Wait, no, I was mad, but I didn't try to break it. It wasn't like I just came over there and threw a break.
But you were angry and flagrant, and it got carried away. You kicking the door. Why were you kicking the door?
Because
what was
he had
the problem?
a female spending the night over there.
She thought I had a female spending the night over there. I'm at work.
There.
She texting my phone. She texting my phone, cussing me out, doing all this, and then send me the pictures of my patio busted out. So I had to leave home from work and come home to board up my patio. Then she just then busted out.
Wait, so he wasn't home when this happened? How insecure of a woman does she have to be to go to that extent to... Girls, stop keying his car, stop breaking his windows, stop all this nonsensical behavior, and if you aren't happy with someone, just move on at this point. I mean, really, if you have done everything you could, just move on. It's as simple as that. Don't do shit like this.
How do you believe he had a woman with him?
Because I know he did. I know him.
How do you know? Give me the information.
The woman knows.
I saw her there. I saw her. Yes, I saw him with her the day before. And it's like he didn't want me to come back home. He didn't want me to come over there.
Well, that is suspicious.
I don't lie. So I'm like, I'm just pop up on him. So I popped up over there. He wasn't answering the door. And I
but you didn't have to break his windows.
I'm telling her to come to the door. I just wanted to talk to her. Come to the door so we could talk.
After you bust the patio out, you want to talk to her.
She wouldn't open the front door, so I climbed over the banister. And I went on the balcony, and I was kicking the thing, because I was basically just trying to knock hard, but like I said, I was kicking it with my foot. And
you can see the judges barely holding it together.
So what happened when you broke the glass? Did you just run off?
She went off, and my neighbors, when I came home from work, my neighbors told me, like, it was the girl, yes. It was we seen her running off with her friend.
Another female.
And that's when
So you came over there with backup.
She was prepared.
I just wanted to talk to her.
She wanted to...
She wanted to talk. If you were just going to talk to her.
Just talk.
She said that she felt like
I put a lot of people in there for that kind of support. Miss Sanders, do you believe you have trouble with your temper?
No, I think he's the one with the temper problem.
Well,
why?
Give me an example of something that you believe he's done that was outrageous.
I have the perfect example. We went on vacation for a family member's birthday, and we went to a resort in Wisconsin. They had their own room, we had our own room, and it was another couple that had their own room. I was supposed to make tacos for everybody. So, got everything for the tacos. He loves sour cream. He will not eat his taco without sour cream.
So how did you forget the sour cream?
Stop.
I got the stuff for the taco, but it was so much going on that day. I'm doing other stuff.
You see, that's a problem. The fact that he doesn't listen to her. I mean, they don't listen to each other, and that's a problem. They both have temper problems, I think. But let's see her example.
I'm trying to make sure I got everything. I forgot the sour cream. Simple. It's just sour cream. He could have jumped in the car and went back up there. I would have went back up there. Anything. It was just sour cream. He threw a fit when he found out I forgot the sour cream. He threw a fit. He locked himself in the room. He wouldn't let me in the room. He wouldn't come out.
That's
he
childish.
Wouldn't talk to nobody. He ruined the trip. Like they didn't even want us to come back to the second trip.
I feel like that's a lack of
again.
respect. Like you just said, he loves sour cream, all this and all that. You so intertwined with what you doing. You forgot what your man like it.
Oh, come on. People forget. What the fuck are you on to make a big deal out of sour cream? Really now?
So that warranted you locking yourself in the room because you forgot sour cream?
Socialize with them no more because the trip was all about her anyway. I didn't want to be there anyway. So it was like, okay, I'll let you be here.
Well, sometimes you just have to do something that you do not really completely like for your partner, and that's okay. That shows that you
couples, we was all together, and you gonna lock yourself in the room.
And y'all still could have had fun without me. Y'all didn't want me there anyway, so.
Now, does that sound like an adult thing to do?
That's not true.
Yeah, instead of arguing and fighting and really ruining the trip, I went in my own space because we all the way hours away from home, and I let them have their own space. Because that's just like me going on a vacation.
Nope.
And I'm forgetting the hot oil to get her a massage.
Not
and then
like.
I know she like massages and said, "Oh, baby, I left the hot oil back at home."
Okay, what can I do?
You can't do that.
What do you think she did it on purpose?
She did it on purpose, slapping her gums, talking about irrelevant issues when you know, like she said, he loves sour cream.
Oh my God.
That should have been the first thing you got. Since you know you're making tacos, sour cream, cheese.
You see the lady do nothing in the back. Oh my God.
See, it's like she don't feel like she had a responsibility or the sense of urgency to do what she has to do. Like I said,
and sour cream is urgent.
No.
To him.
She married a
It
child.
was simple. I don't think that it should have got that out of hand over
Can you
sour
give me
cream.
another
I mean, she's a
example
child
of a time where
herself,
he
so.
lost his temper?
Yes.
Please.
We got into an altercation, an argument. I left the house. I went to stay with a family member for a few days, and we was talking back and forth on the phone. He came over there. He wanted me to come home. I didn't want to come home yet because I'm like, you still ain't calmed down yet. We just gonna keep arguing. So when he found out that I wasn't coming home yet, he paid one of his friends to come bust her window out.
He did what?
The window of the house where you were staying.
Patio. It was like the patio. He paid.
Oh
Did
my
you pay
God.
somebody over there, a family, somebody to...
No. How crazy do you have to be as a person to do that to someone else, to your partner, to not respect their boundaries of their home? It's their home, not yours, to break. So how do you do that? I mean, obviously she did the same, so she does not know boundaries either. But two wrongs don't make a right.
Bust the window out of her family member's house when she was there?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. Look at you smiling. You ain't smiled the entire session. You smiling now. You paid somebody to bust out that window, did you
I
not?
had to get my message across because that's part of the reason why she ain't doing what she's supposed to do, because she sit around all these uninspired females that's not doing nothing and she think that's cool.
Females,
and I
it's
don't
her
like that.
home.
You know that. You
It's
do
her
that. You know?
family.
So she's running around with uninspired females.
My family members.
It's family and matter.
You like them or not, they family.
That's an expression I'll borrow. Uninspired
And I
females.
got that part. But family is family. You can't pick them, but you can choose whether or not how much time you spend with them. Are they
That
not?
is true.
Are you trying to do better?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Are you doing more than just the day-to-day, getting the kids up, going to school, eating, hanging out, talking with your friends, blah, blah, blah? Or are you trying to progress and get somewhere?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me about that because I see no evidence thereof.
You sitting outside all day drinking beers with the guys or whatever you call yourself doing. You ain't trying.
You don't clean up a house at 9:30 before you go on to bed. You don't leave dishes in the sink and wake up in the morning to wash them. It's just all backwards the way that she carries herself. And then they have the nerve to talk about what I'm doing, but I bring in all the money. She has not a dollar to her name.
So far, what I've gotten from the two of you is that you both live a hot mess, randomized, high volume life. Instead of having a
Mesmerized.
conversation, you're locking yourselves in the room, paying people to throw bricks,
That's why I love
kicking
Judge Toler.
indoors,
She's
hooping
being
and
real.
howling and carrying on. I'm going to ask you, Ms. Sanders, step back just for a second and see if you can envision anything that he's saying about your lack of motivation and whether or not you could kick it up a notch.
I feel like I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to get a job. I make sure I take care of the kids. I make sure that the house is clean. I try to cook. I try to do everything.
You try to cook or do you cook?
No, I cook. I do everything. And I just feel like he's never satisfied with anything. Don't nothing satisfy him. It's never good enough for him.
Because at this point in our life, if you say like you trying as hard as you can, then that's why we ain't got nowhere yet. Because if you applied yourself, I'm right here going through it, which we could have been on different levels. The only responsibility you got to know is getting up in the morning for school, and we still argue about that.
I mean, yeah, I get his point, but still, you have to be able to support her even when the times are tough. I mean, from what I say, the first thing he thinks about is how to put her down instead of how to encourage her to do better and appreciate the little things that she does in order for her to be motivated enough to do even better, to progress even more.
And that's the only thing you really entitled to do every day.
We don't argue about small stuff. You're going on trips. You're arguing about sour cream. You're arguing about going to the club, who's talking to whom, and all that kind of stuff. It seems to me that both of you are so focused on the little stuff. The larger aspects of life never even ever even get discussed or never cross your plate. You so focused on them folded clothes, I don't even understand it.
No, that's just because that's the big thing with me. It's
and
like
she a woman
that she sit at home every day.
Well, why don't you tell me what you believe, what failures he has that demonstrates that he's not trying as hard as he could?
You sitting outside all day drinking beers with the guys or whatever you call yourself doing. You ain't trying. You ain't trying to do nothing.
Yeah,
you just sitting outside getting drunk
bring
all
all
day.
the food in the household. I carry the lion's share of the money. So what I'm doing with my free time don't mean nothing when I provide.
Nope. Not a chance. Obviously, it matters. It matters your involvement in that relationship. You can't expect her to progress if you don't make any type of progress. You can't expect her to actually do the work for your relationship if you do not become a model for her, especially if she does not know how to do so herself. Simple as that. You can't be out there drinking beer and partying with your friends and expect her to do otherwise, to pick up a job, to take care of the kids, to take care of cleaning the house, and so on and so forth. You can't just put all the responsibility out there on her and you to do basically, well, not necessarily nothing, but just expect that bringing money in is your only responsibilities. Those are your kids as well. If she is your wife as well, that is your family as well.
And a way for you to live. So that at the end of the day.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Lewis. You're providing a way just to make it from day to day, bringing home the money. Don't you think you could kick it up a notch, put down the beer, pick up a second job, do something else? Because you guys aren't in a position where you're comfortable or safe and have made a secure home for you and the little people?
I try to kick it into that gear, but if I picked up extra slack around if I was getting another job, then trusting that the house gonna be taken care of gonna be even more stressful. That's what leads to drinking and all of that type of thing. Because when I come
to you?
Well, you had to think about that before you got married and eventually had children together as well.
When I come in from making the money and thinking I'm coming into a secure house, I'm coming into a lazy woman that's sleep. You don't clean up a house at 9:30 before you go to bed. You don't leave dishes in the sink and wake up in the morning to wash them. It's just all backwards the way that she carries herself. And then they have the nerve to talk about what I'm doing.
Backwards. It's not backwards. It's just that she's tired, and you should have split those responsibilities.
That's why after dinner you wash them in a timely fashion so that you can sit back down and relax. You don't just leave the dishes and the food that we just ate on the stove and dishes in the sink to the morning time. That's nasty. And you
Mr. Lewis, let me ask you a question.
He's too hyper-focused on the small things.
That lead me to believe that you're a little narrow and rigid. You get focused on some really small stuff and they become it becomes hugely important to you. Folded clothes and sour cream and dishes in the sink. Folded clothes and sour cream and dishes in the sink.
It get repetitive for this time. If she ain't grown in 4 years from the dancer to a model to a video girl to school.
And so what? She's experimenting.
Same place you was when I met you 4 years ago, and I got to argue with you over things like sour cream.
She's just 23. Of course she's experimenting.
You don't want to get better because those are not things that you're supposed to argue about. If a kid got to get up at 6 something in the morning, he should been to 8 dinner by 7 some, homework been done, in the bed, shower by 8:30. Ain't no way they should still be up running around watching movies until they start to bother you. But I got to get up and go to work in the morning.
You want them to go to bed at the same time every day.
Well, that's structure. That's, yeah.
On the weekends, it's no school, it's nothing to do. They can at least stay up.
Let me explain to where you got that part wrong. If your car don't work and you go outside, take a hammer and just whoop it. It won't work and it'll be damaged. Ms. Sanders, I think he's a little rigid, and I think he's a little frustrated, not only by you but also his own personal circumstance.
Yeah, but he shouldn't bring his frustration over
just a
her.
little bit soft.
Yeah, she needs a little bit of structure
I think the kids
in
do
her life.
stay up past their bedtime, and that there isn't that structure that they need and should have. And I think that you enjoy sitting at the kitchen table with cooling out with the girls and talking about yamma yamma this and yamma yamma that. And I do believe you're on social media interested in all the stuff that's not going to make you any money, not going to make you any more intelligent, not going to make you any better, but it's just an easy way to spend the day. Did I get any of that right? Yeah.
Well, social media can be useful, but I think it should be just that, useful in order to have a conversation, to relax a little bit, but only when it's necessary and when it's the time to do it, not when you have children running around your house.
Are you having difficulty finding another job that pays you as well as the one that you had?
That's the main issue with me trying to re-get employed, because I want to stay in the same field in the trucking industry that I've been doing. So all the miscellaneous jobs that I have had, they have carried us. And what I mean by I want her to stop being so lazy is because if what I got going on already is already paying the bills, if you was to doing something, we have all those extras. And it's like, I shouldn't have to
No, that it won't work that way. Not extras. You should think about saving, and you should think about investing into your future or your children's future.
That's not even an argument I can take to her, that's way over here. So it is the things that I want you to understand in my household that need to be done. It shouldn't take a month to wash the clothes. It shouldn't take all night to cook dinner. And the kids that made a whole...
These are small things. Oh, come on. I've heard about the folded clothes for the nth time.
I didn't know that they had did it. I was sitting in the front room. It's not, they could be cleaned off. It could be cleaned off.
You are busy scrolling. I know you are. How do you get to that point that you don't know what your children are doing? That's your responsibility as a mother.
And they just did the whole wall. It was just like squiggly lines of little doodles and stuff like that. And it wasn't that long. I had just noticed that they had got real quiet. I went back to...
That's an example of what I mean.
What were you doing?
I was on my phone.
Figures.
Court's in session. Do you come in, take off your clothes, and then say,
I do, Your Honor. Go touch something. Go touch some dishes in there, okay? They got some grease.
He's keeping you from getting any action, huh?
I thought maybe if I get a girl dog for a guy.
Tell me if I should react to one of these. And they're back. Now it's time for the ruling.
Lighten up a little bit, and Miss Sanders, you need to solidify your situation. You are a little liquid over there. Just kind of, you know what I mean? A solid thing, you could put it there, it's a block of ice. Bam! That's where it is. You like liquid on the floor, you just dribbling over here, dribbling over
Yeah,
there.
she needs a little bit more structure.
You're not holding down the thing. You're on social media. You are chit-chatting with your girls, and you do have a disassembled, unstructured life for the kids.
Exactly.
And that's annoying.
Yeah.
When you aren't working, aren't bringing any money, and you aren't doing anything to forward the process. Do you understand what I'm saying? I ain't mad. I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm just trying to tell you where you can pick up your game a little bit. Right. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Especially with respect to the children. Mr. Lewis, stop focusing on a whole bunch of, you know what? If your car don't work, and
Listen
you
to
go
this example.
outside, take a hammer and just whoop
It's perfect.
it won't work and it'll
Exactly.
be damaged. Your car is not working over here. Don't whoop it with a hammer. Don't go crazy over sour cream and folded clothes.
Yes.
What you need
Don't
to
focus
do
on the wrong
is
things.
come with some concern.
1. Concern.
Request.
2. Request.
And when those
3. A
requests
thank
are
you
met,
sometimes.
a thank you. Even though it's not everything you want, it's encouraging her to do better. She could do better. But don't take your frustrations out on her. That's number 1. Number 2, you said something that scared me just a little. You said if she could bring in more money, we could bring in more money, we could have any extras. You people are not in a position to have extras should you get a job. You people need to put in, as you did before, save money, get the solids, what you need to do, and don't worry about no fancy jeans or whatever. That's not important. I want you to have a low volume, calm, cool household. And let me tell you about the little tornadoes that you're growing in
Again,
your
a
kids'
great
minds
point with all their, with the anger issues.
Knocking over people and having the police come out. But you can't expect your kids to be cool, calm, and structured if you two fools are out there fighting like Punch and Judy. You don't even know who Punch and Judy are, I know. But do you understand
They need
what
structure.
I'm saying?
Children
They
need
will
structure.
live the chaos that you create. So cut it out. You know what I mean? Best of luck to you in your job search. It'll solidify your situation a little bit. Do the right thing. Step up, step on, step away. I'm out of here. This matter is adjourned.
And I am out as well. Thank you guys for listening to my rambles, and I hope to see you in my next video. For now, bye bye.